The biggest concern with this Phillies team all year for most fans has been the outfield. Well, the end of the 6-day trial period that Rob Thomson and the team had planned is officially over, and we need to figure out what's coming next. And it seems like we think we kind of know what direction this is heading as far as guys like Max Kepler, Harrison Bader, when a potential Justin Crawford sort of promotion is coming, and more on the outfit. I want to dig into all of that today here on the newest episode of Phillies Digest. So if you don't know what I'm talking about from the beginning of the video when I talked about Rob Thomson's plan, back on August, I believe it was the first day after the trade deadline, Rob Thomson put together a 6-day plan where they were going to Platoon. They were going righty-lefty, righty-lefty, righty-lefty against the two teams that they were playing after the trade deadline. Obviously, the Phillies added Harrison Bader at the trade deadline, who had a big home run one of the games. And, Phillies fans want to see their deadline acquisition play every day. Completely understandable. This was Rob Thomson after the second to last game of the sort of 6-day trial period, which was the Tuesday game of the Baltimore Orioles series. He said the reason that Max Kepler is in the lineup today is because they're sticking to the 6-day plan that they had. Harrison Bader hit a home run on Monday night. Everybody wanted to see him again, and then he was moved back to the bench for Max Kepler. Rob Thomson did note that he'll speak to the outfielders regarding the new plan after Wednesday's game. So he's either talking to the players today or he talked to them after Wednesday's day game. He's personally, that's when I assumed Bader would start playing more frequently, which I think that's what everybody wants to see, right? Everybody wants to see the deadline acquisition they got play, and be in the lineup every day. The guy on the screen right there, Max Kepler, it's been a rough year. Obviously, everybody knows that. The signing just didn't really work out. Yeah, he's got 12 home runs, but he's a 295 on base percentage, 71 strikeouts, just a 366 slugging percentage, and league average OPS plus is 100. He's at 80. He's a below average hitter this season. It just hasn't been a good year for Kepler. I will say this. Kepler the other night hit a big home run Tuesday night, and he was brutally honest about his season and just everything going on with Tom McCarthy and John Kruk after the game. Honestly, I gained a little more respect for Max Kepler that night. He basically got up onto the mic and said this season hasn't gone obviously how he's planned. He wants to be better for the team. This is what I wrote up for Crossing Broad, a few quotes in here and a few of my thoughts. For Max Kepler, he said, "There's some relief behind it, that home run swing. I feel like I've been battling the unlucky type of ball and play with no result for a long time in my career. So I just got to try and get my head down and keep going. This season's been tougher than the most if I reflect on it, but I'm really not trying to reflect too much and try to stay present and keep moving forward," end quote. If you were at Citizens Bank Park tonight, this is my, sort of just thoughts and opinions. If you were at Citizens Bank Park tonight, you probably heard boos heading into the top of the 9th inning. It wasn't because somebody made an out or an error. It was because Max was blah, blah, blah. This isn't really important to the situation. Kepler would go on to say, "Sometimes I think the boos are their love language. I think I've given up trying to figure it out. I'm just here doing my thing." Wednesday will be the last day of Rob Thomson's 6-day platoon plan post-trade deadline. Harrison Bader and Weston Wilson did end up getting the start on Wednesday. I wrote this up on Tuesday night after the game. Rob Thomson has not revealed the plan moving forward, but it seems like Harrison Bader will get more consistent playing time after Wednesday, which could leave Kepler as the odd man out in the outfield. It's hard. To be honest, I can't say I have been the most present lately. I just try to confide with my brothers and just enjoy what they do. If I play unselfish baseball, then I feel like I'm with the team and in the collective and not thinking about the results having to come my way in the future. I respect what Max Kepler did tonight. It's not easy to be a struggling athlete in Philadelphia. He was dead honest on the postgame show. He doesn't want to play bad baseball. He just hasn't been able to find it this season. We'll see where things go from here. I did want to say guys on his team have continued to have his back a little bit. This was Brandon Marsh after the game on Max Kepler's home run and his night in general, because Max Kepler also added a RBI double that night as well. Marsh said it was huge with the home run and the double. That was big time for all of us. He's a gangster. He's going to show up and compete every day. Today was big for us. he came through. The biggest decision that they have right now is what Justin Crawford determines Max Kepler's future. Justin Crawford has not been called up yet. I personally thought it was going to happen right after the trade deadline. A lot of people that I'm around a lot at the stadium did. It seemed like that was the plan. But we have not seen Justin Crawford yet. Justin Crawford is still playing good baseball down in the minors. The stats have dipped a little bit, but he's 114 hits on the year, 31 RBIs, 35 stolen bases, a 325 average, a 410 on base percentage with an 832 OPS. But once again, Justin Crawford determines Max Kepler's future. The Phillies could be waiting till this August 15th period. Then that would save a year of control for Crawford. Maybe that is their plan of when they want to bring him up. Alec Bohm will be back in a few weeks. Weston Wilson will probably be the guy that goes down at that point. After that, the only other real move to make is Crawford up and Max Kepler DFA'd. You're not getting rid of Castellanos at this point. You're not getting rid of Harrison Bader at this point. I don't think they're going to get rid of Brandon Marsh at this point because Brandon Marsh has had a pretty darn good season. He has over an 800 OPS since May 3rd. He's hitting 284 with a 350 on base percentage with a 792 OPS against right-handed pitching this year. 14 doubles, 5 homers, 20 RBIs, 21 walks. Brandon Marsh, specifically against right-handed pitching, has had a very good year. And even Rob Thomson noted that his at-bats against lefties are starting to get better, which to me jumped out as maybe they could try it here and there, which once again would just leave Kepler as the odd man out. Personally, if there was a way for Kepler to be a bench bat, then that would be my preferred than DFAing him. And the only reason I say that is because I worry about left-handed pop, specifically in the postseason. If Brandon Marsh starts for you, you have zero left-handed pop if they call up Crawford and they DFA Kepler. I know Kepler's 0 for 12 as a pinch hitter this year, but Max Kepler has a lot better chance of hitting a home run than Brandon Marsh does or Justin Crawford does. And I understand you don't keep guys around just for home runs. Listen, if Crawford's up, Max Kepler's probably gone. That's really the only other move that would make sense. But we are just going to have to wait and see at this point. It seems like Crawford could be coming up soon. I feel like I've said that, but nobody really knows the outfield plan. I will say this, we should hear more about the Phillies plan sort of going forward. Once again, we're out of this 6-day sort of trial period that they wanted to try with platooning. Granted, I will say they went 4-2 during that stretch. It was 2 series, 1. Everything worked out for them. So, all the complaining and stuff about it, it ended up working out. They won 2 series. So, newest episode of Phillies Digest. Let me know your thoughts down on the outfield. How would you align it? Would you call Crawford up to DFA Kepler? What do you think is the best way? What would your alignment be? What are your thoughts on the outfield in general? Because I think that is still the biggest question mark with the Phillies right now, with just 2 months until October baseball here. This has been the newest episode of Phillies Digest. Once again, if you guys have not subscribed to the channel already, please do so. And my name is Luke Arcaini, as you guys know. Thank you guys for watching. This has been the newest episode here, and I will see you guys next time.